Thank you, Kanishka. Then again, good morning, everyone. It is my honor to deliver this keynote presentation, and it's like a speech, at the FirstWLI Asia-Oceania Conference today. I want to talk about the guardians of Colombo city. In this presentation, I will discuss the crucial role we played as wetland center managers in the survival of our cities and the well-being of urban citizens worldwide, which accounts for more than half of the world's population. Over the next, are living in now in the urban cities. Over the next 15 minutes, I will share our experience and our learnings from Colombo city, highlighting the immense importance of our duties for urban sustainability. Now, to begin, let's journey through Sri Lankan history from the 15th century to the present. Before British rule, Sri Lanka was governed by local kings and queens. The kingdom of Kotte, a Sinhalese kingdom that flourished in the 15th century, hold a remarkable place in our history for its contribution to literature and art. However, the kingdom also faced numerous attacks from other Sinhalese kingdoms. If you look at this map, you will see that the citadel of the kingdom was completely surrounded by marshes and water channel made by the people, man-made canal, which act as a barrier against enemy who is coming to attack to the kingdom. What is that? It is the providing essential protection. Then, in 1815, Colombo became the capital when Sri Lanka was under to the British Empire. Over time, the city expanded, and the marshes had to make way for development. In the early 1980s, when Sri Lanka established its new legislative capital, now you are in the legislative capital, in Sri Jayawardenepura Kotte, urbanization in Colombo further intensified. As a result, Colombo became more prone to floods due to its low-lying locations. The remaining marshes had to be shoulder the responsibility of protecting the city from floods. Now let's move to the past conflict period after 2009. Sri Lanka enters the 30-year civil war that caused immense damage to the civil society. Although Colombo was not a war zone, it frequently faced terrorist attacks targeting civilians. We all remember the days when family members avoiding using some public transport or gathering in common places due to the content threat of bomb attacks. After the war ended, the government made significant effort to alleviate public fear. One strategy was to establish public outdoor areas such as parks like Diyasaru like Diyasaru is very near here. You can look in your lunchtime. 𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐚 and various walking tracks associated with wetland and water bodies. These places quickly become popular, boosting local economic through small-scale market. The healing power of nature played a fundamental role in helping the people of Colombo recover. The post-complex period also led to rapid urban development in Colombo, attracting substantial real estate investment and creating a high demand for high-rise apartments. As a result, the city started growing vertically, limiting available spaces and increasing urban pressure, which led to psychological stress among citizens. People sought green space to relax and escape their headache urban lifestyle. Consequently, the wetland in the city became more attractive. At the same time, urban water resources were threatened by increased wastewater discharge from the growing population, leading to the wetlands being seen as urban water treatment system. Now, as Colombo evolved, so did it use of wetlands? 5 centuries ago, the city valued wetlands primarily for defense against attacks. Later, as the city developed as a faced disaster risk, their flood control functions become crucial. Paddy farming, a long-established tradition, also highlight the wetlands' value for food production. Today, the main ecosystem services provided by Colombo's wetlands are vital for the city's survival. The story of Colombo wetlands illustrated how they have healed the city by absorbing the stress we create. People create stress. Throughout the history, Colombo wetlands have nurtured the city's inhabitant and natural resource. Now, delving deeper into the hydrological aspect. The Colombo wetland complex is located in the Colombo catchment or metropolitan region. This area provides habitat for 2.3 million residents and plays a critical role in the national economy, contributing 50% to the national GDP. The total area of the Colombo wetland complex is around 21 square kilometers. The middle part of the catchment contain many natural marshes, retaining 39% of stormwater. Economic analysis estimated the Colombo's wetland provide ecosystem services worth 18 billion Sri Lankan rupees annually. The crucial depends on its wetland led Colombo to become the first world capital accreditation as a Ramsar wetland city in 2018, October 28. This is from the Ramsar created the Colombo city as a wetland city in the first world wetland city, capital city in the world. The devastating flood in 2010 underscored the importance of protecting these wetlands. The government took several actions, including preparing the Colombo wetland management strategy and conducting economic valuation modeling the water retention capacity of the wetlands, and establish real-time monitoring system to reduce flood damage. However, government effort is reduce the 1.2% annually wetland losses at that time, but not now. Now is reduced for the 0.5% of the value. But however, government effort alone were not enough to stop wetland loss in Colombo. Encroachment continued. We realized that government intervention is not sufficient. Public engagement is very virtual. Then Colombo wetland need attention, engagement, and appreciation from the public. We need a place to educate and raise awareness about the importance of urban wetlands, a place for people to enjoy and engage with wetlands, and a place where people could start appreciating them. Okay, then to respond that, the first seed of the urban wetland park in Sri Lanka was planned in 2013 with the decision to convert the marsh in Talawatugoda into what is now Diyasarupark. But at the time, we had never heard of wetland parks or centers. So we call it the Biodiversity Study Park. This project was more than a learning experience for us. Now I want to thank Dr. Matthew Simpson. He's the pioneer of he helped us he gave a lot of input to develop our park. Yeah, then today, what happened starting from Diyasarupark. Today we have 4 wetland parks in Colombo. Diyasarupark, Beddagana Park, Rampart Park, and the under construction of Gototua Wetland Park. Wetland centers may be small element. You can see in here, wetland centers is a very small element with the city. But their impact is immense. They connected all stakeholders and promote positive action toward protection urban wetland. These healthy protected wetland in turn protected the city. That's why I consider wetland centers the guardians of urban wetlands and cities, and why they are not just parks, but landmark for our cities. Finally, as a Sri Lankan face the economic crisis, Colombo's role is critical. Colombo's wetlands have the potential to generate 1.6 billion Sri Lankan rupees annually from recreational and tourism. Hosting this conference in Colombo highlights the importance of these wetlands and wetland centers in developing a new tourism sector. Let's take this opportunity to learn from each other and make this vision a reality. So thank you very much for being part of this task. Thank you.